Meowdy and welcome. My name's en-viss, my pronouns are they, them, and this is my Flosstube channel, Sleepy Goblin Crafts, where I talk about all things cross-stitch, and sometimes other things if I feel like it. Today I'm excited to talk to you about my Halloween plans for October, and I have a pile of WIPS here that I'm going to go over with y'all, as well as a new start and a finish. So let's get right into it. I hope you're ready. Get comfy. We are jumping right into finishes, and I am excited to share with y'all my finish for Stitch for Pride 2025, which is Lily Elba. I talk about her in detail in my previous video, and this is my finish. I did the called for blue on the outside of the chrysalis. I went for a very orange, like burnt orange, for the inside of the chrysalis as well as the butterfly. And I am loving how it turned out. I don't know how well you can tell, but I did do some half stitches kind of along the side here, where the colors meet. I did that in an attempt to try and kind of show the blending of like the wing into the chrysalis. I just thought it was a cool effect. I really love how this motif turned out. I'm really excited to see what October's is. Dee did a sneak peek of the October motif and it looks like it's a skull, so I'm all for that. I am stitching this on 18 count resistance by Mislaid Pages, and Stitch for Pride 2025, as I've said before, is being designed by and is hosted by Dee of Dee's 20 Stitches, and it's kind of challenging to show it in its completion. I guess I'll just let the bottom hang, but this is how it's coming along. We literally only have 3 more motifs to add to it, which is very exciting. Next, we're going to move along into WIPS, which I have quite a few to show you. First on the list is going to be Cato Lantern. This is by Luminous Fiber Arts, and I am stitching this with Selena of Spicy Selena Crafts and Krista of Clover Hop Stitching. We all decided to start this for 100 Days to Halloween, which is a technically official start along that we did on Instagram. The 3 of us did Cato Lantern, but if you wanted to join, it really could be any Halloween themed project. I was more inclined to just say anything that includes a black cat. So I felt like stitching something Halloween-y. I do want to try and finish this before Halloween. We'll see. That is part of my plans that I will talk about. This is where I'm at. I brought down the border on this. I am stitching this on 28 count Graveyard Mist by Lapin Loops. Literally all I did was get to the corner, bring down the border to the bottom left, no, to the bottom right corner, and I'm feeling brazen with this one. I am intending to complete the border before I work on the center some more. So hopefully that is successful, but you know, this I actually really like working on this border. It's quite enjoyable. It's fun. It's simple. So this will This will get pulled out and see some more love in the month of October. This is the last stitch. 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 I don't know that I'm necessarily gonna finish it in October, because I mean, I still have to do the cat and the pumpkin, and that's a lot of stitching, and I have so many plans. So I'm not gonna hold my breath for that. Next is my Sampler September project that I have been working on. This is Sampler Seasons Autumn by Blueberry Ridge Design, and I'm obsessed. I get it. Specifically, I get monochrome samplers. This has been such a joy to work on, and I've made a ton of progress. This is where I'm at. I am stitching this on 28 count grog from BeStitchMe. And I am using my own conversion of color and cotton floss. I did not show these last time because I forgot to bring them up, but here is what I'm using. Currently, I have just been using Muddy Paws on the border, and I'm gonna finish using this color for the houses. So there are 2 more houses that come this way, and then in some of the other motifs, like this moon, this acorn, I'm going to switch over to using spiced cider. Which is this lovely red orange. It's very bright today, so colors are kind of getting washed out. I'm sorry. And then in this pumpkin, these pumpkins, this leaf, maybe these mushrooms, I haven't quite decided. I am going to be using rustling leaves, which is this very pretty orange. So I've already gone through 1 skein of Muddy Paws. There was a reason I ordered 2. I think I'm also going to use spiced cider in the leafy part of the border. So this part that goes down and on this side, and then use it in, if I have any left, use it in some of the smaller motifs, because I want to use Muddy Paws in the alphabet for sure. Like I said, this has been a joy to work on. I love working on this. I don't know that I'm going to pull it out in October anytime. It's autumn themed, so it's totally possible. But I do want to focus more on Halloween themed projects in October. So we shall see. Next, I've mentioned this before, I am part of Stitching Monopoly, which is a Discord group. One of my recent roles landed me on Summer's Day. I will put up an image of what that looks like, but Summer's Day, that's what the project looks like. It's by JetX Design. This was a Midsummer Stitch exclusive. It was one of them. And this is what I worked on. I got 200 stitches in on the top left. So I worked on getting this lovely yellow and more of this peachy orange in. I am stitching this on 28 count Frozen Lake from BeStitchMe. And this is what it looks like so far. I really, really, really love how this is turning out. Yellow and blue are complementary colors, so obviously this top corner, like any of the yellow in this is going to pop, but I love this nice deep burgundy red. looks so yummy. It's looking great. I am laughing that the last time you guys saw this, I said that I wasn't going to pull it out again this year probably, unless it got called for Monopoly. And lo and behold, it got called for Monopoly. So I did my 200 stitches and then I put it away again. Next, you know her, you love her. This is Nature's Journey by Sprouting Lupine. I've put a lot of work in her in the last couple of weeks because I do want to get to a decent point where I don't really have to worry about working on it too much in October. It's been a while since I've watched ice hockey in general, and I forget how many shots teams can take on a goal. And our first game, the goalie did like 17 saves, and which is only 170, which is fine. But I was like, I don't really have the time. So I stuck with I think I did 175 total. And then our second game, our goalie had 20 saves in the match. And I'm like, I guess I'm just not going to do goalie saves. So I am just doing goals. I'm doing 25 stitches per goal. And I am doing, if it's a at-home win, I'm doing 100 stitches. If it's an at-home loss, I'm doing 75 stitches. If it's I'm doing 50 stitches if it's an at-home loss. And then if it's an away win, I'm doing 75 stitches. And then 25 stitches if it's a away loss. Both the first two matches were at home, and we won both, so that's 100 stitches. So either way. And this also got called for Stitching Monopoly on top of the Ice Hockey Challenge. So this has seen a ton of progress, which I am not complaining about at all. It's been a lot of fun to work on. It's mostly block stitching right now, which is totally fine. I am trying to get as much of the blues in as I can, without moving the Q-snap. And once I do that, I am just going to work my way up from this blue line. There's rocks here, so I'm going to put those rocks in. There's a couple of cattails that I'm going to put in, and then in the middle there's clouds and a sun. So I'm working my way up to that, and then once I get that taken care of, then I'll move the Q-snap and work my way down and over also, because it's actually a little bit wider than what is in the Q-snap. So you will see lots of progress on this in the upcoming weeks. So if you like it, don't worry. It's gonna be coming out a lot. Next are plans. And boy, do I have a lot of them. Let me just pull out my stack here. So, what am I doing in October? I'm taking inspiration from Jen's Fiberweb. She is doing a lot more than me. She's doing spinning a wheel for each day and working on projects. She's either starting a new project or working on a different project each day. I don't have that many Halloween projects to do that. Instead, I am starting 5 new projects, and I'm working on 3 of my current existing WIPs. And I will use a wheel and spin on that wheel, and basically once I do everything on that wheel, I will reset it and continue, so on and so forth. So what are the 3 WIPs that I'm going to be working on? I've already showed you one, which is Cat-O-Lantern. Depending on how many times I work on this, and depending on how far I'm able to get each time, maybe I'll be able to finish the border. You know what? I think that's a really good goal, is to try and finish the border on this. So I'll be working on Cat-O-Lantern. I will be working on the goblins. This is how far I am on the goblins. This is a pattern that I started with Kitty, who is Kitty the Selkie Stitcher, here on Flosstube and on Instagram. We are doing this. So, from this magazine, Cross Stitch and Country Craft, September, October 1995. That is going on the WIP list. I don't necessarily have any like solid goals for this. I would like to get more of the border done, and the other goblins' legs like filled in, but we'll see what inspiration strikes. And then the other WIP, I will put a picture of what it looks like. This is the Spooky Night Owl, which is designed by Tiny Modernist, and I'm not very far at all, as you can see. And I will be making some modifications to the pattern, just to suit my own needs. So I'll cross that bridge when I get there, though. I might need to frog this, though. Ugh. I don't know. I think I made an error in one of the, like, accounting error in one of the branches. And so I think because of that, the border is off. It's not the end of the world, but I just, but this will also get worked on. Those are my WIPs. What are my starts? The first start that I plan on working on is going to be Fun Guy from Satsuma Street. I picked this up at Midsummer Stitch this year, and I knew I wanted this to be a Halloween start. It is a kit, so it comes literally with everything. It comes with a needle threader, it comes with a needle, it comes with the sequins and beads, and I put the floss on floss drops. So this is all set and ready to go. It came with perforated paper. We all know how I feel about the perforated paper I'm working on with my Mill Hill, so we shall see how that goes. I am excited, though. I love how vibrant this pattern is. Next, my mom got this for me for Christmas last year. This is a spooky book by Lindy Stitches, and I am going to be stitching Goth Chicken. I am going to be stitching it on this 32 count Winter Moon by Zweigart. The called for this is 310, 3866, and 414, which I have. So 3866 is this lighter color, which is literally just like the 3 dots in the eyes. Oh, maybe I don't have 414. The 414 is for the beak, the candles, and the crow's feet. And then I grabbed 310, but then I also was like, this would be fun to do in a variegated floss. So I treated myself and picked up Minerva from Ooblong Meow, which is this lovely variegated gray. I love it. It's like a silvery gray. I thought this would be really fun to try and work with. So next is another pattern my mom got for me. This is Skelecat in the Moonlight by Lola Crow. Look how cute he is. I am going to be doing this on 14 count Banshee because I don't have black. And I just want to use this scrap up. And because it's small. This is 62 by 65, so it'll fit on this. And I am using the called for DMC. So I did a order to get the ones that I was missing. But it's a lot it's a lot of black and brown, which is fine. I decided against doing glow in the dark floss, which originally was my intention for the outline of the cat, but I really like the blue, so I stuck with that instead. My next start is going to be from the Magical Cross Stitch book by Lindsay Swearingen, also known as Tusk and Cardinal. I am going to be doing Dark Familiar. I love this. I thoroughly enjoy The Witch. It's creepy, suspenseful. I also love goats, and I love Black Phillip. So I am going to be using a mix of 310 for the border, and I have this one-of-a-kind Roxy floss called Black Forest that I'm going to be using. And it's kind of hard to tell in this light, but it is a brown variegated floss with hints of green in it. You can kind of tell. And that just felt perfect for this pattern. And I am going to be stitching that on this 14 count tarnish from Picture This Plus. I feel like the 310 and the Black Forest are going to be dark enough that it's really going to pop off of this fabric. So I'm very excited. And last, but certainly not least, this is my largest start. I am going to be starting Hollow's Eve by Blackbird Design. This is another pattern my mom gifted me, so I'm very excited to get started on all of these. I love this so much. And no, I am not doing all of the called for because I added it up. I don't have $65 to spend on all of the floss that I need for this. So I did a DMC and color and cotton conversion. And I did color and cotton for specifically the floss for the alphabet, for the crow, and I think for the black of the cat. Yes. So this is the DMC. It's very warm browns and oranges. And then I got spool for the, actually it's not, is it for the crow? No. It is for the crow. I might need to reconsider that, because this is more brown than gray brown. Boy. It's what I get for buying online, but you know, don't have anywhere near me to pick up color and cotton, let alone look at fancy flosses in person. Either way. So maybe not spool. But I have Up on the Rooftop, which is a dark variegated brown, and Rustic Black, which I will be using for the outline of the crow and the black cat. So spool might get replaced. I might just have to bite the bullet. I mean, the color and cotton is basically the same price as the called for variegated flosses, but I didn't want, like, we're gonna see how this turns out, because the pumpkin, like, there's no, this peachy color, there's really no DMC equivalent for it. So we're just gonna, like, wing it as it comes. but a lot of this, I'm like, there's not enough stitches to really justify me buying, like, some of the, like, colors in these, like, fiddly bits in this vine. There's not enough to justify me buying a skein of fancy floss for something that you're not really going to see the variegation on. So that's why I solely went with the alphabet, the crow, and the cat, because those are the largest swats. Because even the cat, it calls for espresso bean, which there's literally no variegation in that cat. So why use a variegated floss, an overdyed floss, when 310 would work just as well? But I didn't really want to put 310 in this, so I got Rustic Black, which has a slight, like, dark gray variegation to it. So I am excited to start this. It's probably gonna be some trial and error, though, just because that spool color is not gonna work out at, like, I just know it's not. So I might just need to, when I get to, it's gonna be a while, because I plan on starting at the top and working my way down. So it'll be a while until I get to the crow. Either way, I finally have a reason to pull back out my 25 count flax linen that I had a previous project on. And this is a half yard. So, you know, plenty of space. And yes, so the model is stitched on 30 count linen. I'm 2/2. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna be a psychopath and I'm gonna do 1/1 on this 25 count. Why? For fun. Just for fun. Just because. So those are my planned starts and projects that I'm going to be working on in October. This is also, like, whatever the October Stitch for Pride is that comes out, I'm going to be working on that, obviously. As well as any Monopoly calls, like any stitching game calls that I have to do. Those will also take priority. But I have 31 days to touch 8 projects. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to move over into haul now. So if we're just here for the cross stitch, I appreciate you hanging out and seeing what I've been working on. So I hope you take care, and I will see you next time. If you are interested in haul, just give me 1 second while I put some things away. We're going to start with some Stitchy Kindness, which was kindly sent to me by Eli of Thick Threads. He sent me a project bag that he worked on, which I love so much. This is kind of like a quilted project bag. It's got some really nice batting, and I have my stitch alongs in here. So it has this fun polka dot fabric on the inside, and it's this fun, like, wavy, like, green and blue fabric. And I am just so blown away by the kindness of my friends and members of this community. I just am so grateful for everyone. Thank you so much, Eli. I love it so much. And then I am set up for auto ship from Top Knot Stitcher's shop for Year in the Woods, and my copy of The Crow came in. I love this so much. He's so handsome. I am obsessed with this moon and the clouds. If I didn't already have 5 news starts, I would probably, like, this is definitely more autumnal, but I would have tried to find a reason to start this as well. I just love him so much. He's so fun. I probably won't start him though until I finish the wolf. Like, I'm gonna be good about it. So I am waiting. I ordered the variegated, not the called for. I don't use Weeks Dye Works. But I ordered a Classic Colorworks conversion for the variegated floss for him. So I just am really excited to have him and to eventually start him. And then, like I mentioned, I ordered from Ooblong Meow. I got Minerva from their Etsy shop. As I told Sean, who rolled his eyes at me and laughed, that Floss cannot travel alone. And so I ordered one of their ready-to-ship fabrics, which is this lovely 16-count sticky buns. I don't know what I'm going to put on it, but I just love how this looks. It's fun. I love the variegation in it. Probably like a monochrome, something monochrome or simple on it. Either way, I love it. I'm excited to try their fabric. Everybody raves about Ooblong Meow, and now I have floss and fabric of theirs. What other things have been going on presently? Well, I'm going to be honest. I don't have anything written down for this section, which is not totally true. I have been doing things outside of stitching. Kind of. Finally got around to watching Superman. If you have not seen the new Superman, do yourself a favor, go watch it, because it is fantastic. I don't watch new movies. Like, I'm really bad about staying up to date on movies, shows, what have you. Like, it's just something that I'm really bad about. Sean finally sat me down and had me watch Superman, and I don't regret it. It was great. It's the hope core that we need. Like, if you are having a bad day, watch Superman. It'll make you feel... I felt better after watching that movie, which doesn't happen. It was a weird phenomenon. Like, I felt better for the rest of the day after watching that movie. It was weird. And then I also got Punk Rocker by the Teddy Bears stuck in my head for like 2 days after that. So, you know. Highly recommend. Which is old news. It was in theaters like 2 months ago, I think. So, you know, I'm very slow on the uptake. I haven't been doing like I've been doing a lot of stitching, but not like while Sean's been playing something. Like he played a bit of more Ghosts of Tsushima. But he was prepping D&D the last couple of weeks. So we did play D&D yesterday. It was a great session. And we did get a couple of Game Changer episodes in. So we are about halfway through season 8. Is that the most recent season? I don't remember. We just watched the Fool's Gold episode, which is just so funny. I've watched that episode twice now, and it just it was just as funny the second time. Yeah, I've been really boring the last couple of weeks. I have been trying to get back kind of into Pokemon TCG. Previously, back in 2020, 2021, I got really, really into the TCG. Like, I am definitely more of a collector than a player, but I still really enjoy playing. I'm just more casual. And so I really like playing online. But I have not bought any ETBs, Elite Trainer boxes, with new sets since Temporal Forces was the last one that I pre-ordered. So it's been over a year, essentially. And I saw that we were getting a Mega Evolutions set, and that really got me excited. I got back into the TCG, and I was like, oh, I'll pre-order Mega Evolution. Like, not Mega Evolutions, because that one just came out, but I'll pre-order Phantasmal Flame, I think, is the one that was just put out for pre-order. And I did not get a pre-order. Because apparently, in the last year and a half, scalpers have decided to ruin another one of my favorite games, and I can't buy shit from the Pokemon Center. I'm so furious, actually. The rage inside me is incomparable. Because, once again, capitalism ruins everything for me. So, and not only that, I was like, okay, you know what? Fine. I will just go to, like, my local store and I'll pre-order it there. Tell me, please make it make sense why ordering from the Pokemon Center is cheaper than buying from a local game store. And I, like, that seems like an open-ended question. I mean in the fact that previously it was more expensive to purchase through the Pokemon Center because you were getting 2 extra packs, and you were also getting an extra promo card. So if you ordered through the Pokemon Center, it was like $60 to $70. And when you ordered through a local game store, it was around $50 to $60. Like, it was about $10 cheaper, give or take. Now, you're getting the exact same thing. I should clarify, you do not get 2 extra packs when you order through your local game store, and you do not get the extra promo. You get 8 packs from a normal ETB. You get 10 packs and an extra promo from a Pokemon Center ETB. Setting that up, right? So it makes more sense that it's a little bit extra to buy from the Pokemon Center because you're getting 2 extra packs. That apparently is not the case anymore. I don't know what happened, but it's $80 to get 8 packs to get a normal ETB from a regular game store. It's still the same price on the Pokemon Center. It's still like $60 to $70. Game stores are now charging $80, and you get 2 less packs. Scalpers are ruining my life. And Pokemon Center is like they put like precautions in place for pre-orders where you had to you were set into like a queue, and like when you logged on to the website, and it didn't work for me because by the time I was able to finally get into the store, everything was sold out. I'm sorry, that was very long-winded, and I'm sure none of you guys are invested in a trading card game. Sorry, I just want to collect shiny cardboard and play with my favorite Lorbos, but, can't have nice things in this economy. That all being said, I hope you guys are finding something that you enjoy and love during this really awful time. So try to make some time for yourself to just do something that you like in order to keep going, because really that's where we're at. It sucks, but that's where we're at. So do yourself a favor and just take some time out of your day to do something you like. I hope you're able to find some small joys right now. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.